You know what's worse than looters breaking into your house? Looters who don't break in. Because they're waiting, watching, building a plan, and you just became the plan. The power's been out for 6 days, your street's gone quiet, but it's not empty. There's a van parked 3 houses down that wasn't there yesterday. You hear voices at 2 a.m. from the abandoned house across the street. Someone knocked on your door this morning asking for water, but their eyes weren't looking at you. They were scanning your hallway. They weren't thirsty. They were mapping. This isn't a riot anymore. It's an occupation, and you're surrounded. Welcome to the part of collapse nobody preps for, when the looters don't leave, when they dig in, when your neighborhood stops being yours. It's time to hold the line or lose everything. Most people think of looters as chaos in motion, smash, grab, run. But when the grid stays down and the cops stay gone, that chaos crystallizes. It becomes control. Day 1, they hit the grocery store. Day 3, they're squatting in your neighbor's empty house. By day 5, they're watching your house. Why? Because you still have lights. You still have order. And in a world falling apart, order looks like wealth. They aren't just stealing anymore. They're claiming territory. And if you're not paying attention, you'll wake up one morning to find you're living in someone else's hunting ground. So here's what you do. Step 1, recognize the shift before it's too late.
This is a creep, not a crash. First, you'll notice the same guy walking past your house twice in 1 hour. Not running, not panicking, just looking. He's counting cars, checking for dogs, seeing if your porch light still works. That's recon. Then comes the knock. Someone says they're looking for a friend, asks for water. But when you open the door, their eyes dart right past you, into your hallway, toward your kitchen. They're scanning for supplies, for weapons, for weakness. That's not a neighbor. That's a scout. Next, you'll see the markers. Furniture dragged onto a lawn 2 houses down, a fire pit in a driveway, trash piling up, spray paint on a garage door, music blasting from a house that's been empty for a week. They've moved in, and they're not hiding it anymore. That's the moment you act. Not when they're kicking your door in, now. Because once they're entrenched, you're not fighting a mob. You're fighting a settlement. Step 2, make your house scream, not worth it. Your goal is simple. Look like the hardest target on the block, or better yet, look like there's nothing left to take. Black out your windows completely so they can't see opportunity. Stop cooking anything that smells. That scent travels for blocks. Keep your trash hidden. A pile of cans says you're eating well.
Add fake cameras, motion lights, and armed homeowner signs. Make them think twice. Reinforce your doors with deadbolts and steel. Put security film on the windows to make them shatter-resistant. And inside, create choke points, hallways where you control the angles, not them. Step 3, become a ghost in your own neighborhood. If they're squatting nearby, you need intel. How many are there? What time do they move? Are they armed? Are they organized? You gather this without being seen. Use binoculars from a second-story window. Crack a blind just enough to see out, not enough for them to see in. Angle a mirror to give you a view of the street without exposing your face. Set up silent tripwires, not explosives, indicators, a piece of string across a gate, a single stone balanced on your back porch. If it's moved, someone's been there. Dust works too. Sprinkle ash or flour across a doorway at night. Check it in the morning. Footprints don't lie. Sound discipline is everything. No stomping, no shouting, no slamming doors. Walk softly. If you're using radios, keep transmissions short and coded. Red means someone's outside. Code 3 means lock all windows. Never explain on the air. Assume they're listening. You want to know more about them than they know about you. That's how you survive.
Let's continue with step 4. Build routine or lose your mind. This isn't a one-night stand. It's a grind. Days turn into weeks. The power stays off, the squatters stay put, and the stress starts eating you alive. That's when routine saves you. Set a schedule. Morning perimeter check, midday inventory, afternoon maintenance, nightfall lockdown. It doesn't have to be rigid, but you need structure. Because when everything outside is chaos, your brain clings to habit like a lifeline. Expect to be scared. You'll hear noises, you'll see shadows, you'll second-guess every creak in the floorboards. That's normal, but you don't let fear run the show. Stay calm, stay deliberate. Wait for confirmation before you act. If you've got people with you, family, friends, they will mirror your energy. If you panic, they panic. If you stay composed, they'll follow your lead. That's not just survival, that's leadership. Step 5. When they're next door, you're already in a standoff. The worst case scenario. They move into the house beside you.
Now the danger isn't out there. It's 30 feet away, watching through a window, listening through a wall. You adapt immediately. Stop using open spaces, reroute your routine, check your perimeter through attic vents or mirrors. You become a ghost in your own home. If you've got a trusted neighbor still holding out, reconnect with radios, whistles, or agreed signals. An allied 2 houses down changes everything. If you're alone, you go full stealth. Move like your house is empty, leave no trace. And if you ever have to act, evacuation, confrontation, misdirection, you do it with full commitment and zero hesitation. Because once they're next door, you're not prepping anymore. You're surviving right now. Step 6. If they come for you, make them regret it. Sometimes all the prep in the world can't stop what's coming. They want in. Maybe they saw a light. Maybe they're desperate. Maybe they just picked your house at random. Now you're facing the thing you hope to avoid, a fight. The first rule, violence is not the goal. Survival is. If you can bluff them away, wait them out, or diffuse the situation, you do it. But if they breach your perimeter, if they're kicking your door, smashing windows, forcing their way in, you act like your life depends on it, because it does. Your defensive plan should never start at the front door. Your first fallback is deeper in the home. Hard cover, not concealment. A place where you see them before they see you. A place you can defend without being exposed. You control the space. You control the angles. And you commit. Afterwards, you don't relax.
You regroup. You treat wounds. You reinforce. You move valuables away from breached areas. And if you can, you relocate, because now you're on the map. They'll talk. They'll remember. This all works because of a simple principle. Layered defense. Works because humans are lazy. Home defense isn't about one big lock or one big gun. It's about layers. Each layer adds friction. Friction adds time. Time adds doubt. And doubt makes people move on. A reinforced door buys you 30 seconds. A motion light buys you visibility. An alarm buys you a warning. A choke point buys you control. Stack them. Because when easy targets are everywhere, the only reason they come for you is because they think it'll be easy. Your job is to prove them wrong before they even try. So what's the payoff? The door holds, the lights flash, the alarms scream, and whoever thought your house was an easy score, they're gone, or they're not a problem anymore. You held the line, not because you're a hero, because you were prepared, deliberate, and unwilling to give up what's yours.